Hello and welcome everyone to this discussion where we are going to be talking about the two biggies of the market that brought the market down and spoiled the entire bullish weekend. My name is Raja Venkatraman. I'm the co-founder of NeoTrader and I'm going to be talking about HDFC and HDFC Bank. Well, the bulls were having a party and we had a very good expiry, but then the good moments did not last. And let's see what we need to do with HDFC and HDFC Bank for the week ahead. So first up, let's go and take a look at HDFC, and you can see here from the kind of movement which we are seeing in HDFC, right? You can see that the multi-day and the positional, we're going to analyze it from a higher perspective, and you can see that the multi-day and the positional are in contravention to each other. You can see that the momentum is seen slipping now on the multi-day. Positional continues to hold on, but then what you're seeing is that there is a slow reduction in possibility. Now, will that reduction in possibility continue, or whether are we going to see some fresh shorts being introduced into the system? Let's go and take a look at it. Now, when you see the positional scores on a higher time frame, it is still looking positive. But when you talk about HDFC, multi-day signs are showing some weakness. And when you go and take a look at the kind of signals which is being generated in NeoTrader, there are repeated short signals. You can see here across all the methods, we have got short signals here, and even on the multi-day, we have started getting short signals, but not on the positional one. So, if you're going to look at shorting HDFC for a couple of days, this could be a good opportunity for you. Now, what we need to track in HDFC, that's very important. So, what we need to consider is from a cluster point of view. Okay, from a cluster point of view, you are having these immediate set of cluster zones here, right? These are some cluster zones which I'll be tracking. So if these levels are given away, then you have a good amount of drop here. So if these levels are given away, you have got a drop up to your S3. So S3 is an area. From here, you are having a very good support area towards 2651 and 2652. So these are the next demand zone. So this is your demand zone number 1. This is your demand zone number 2. So these are two sets of demand zones that we have to track, and let us see what happens if these levels are held. So those who are holding short position should check first demand zone number 1, and then you should check demand zone number 2. Why I'm saying that is when you go and take a look at the HDFC charts, right? When you take a look at the HDFC charts, what you see on HDFC, right? This is the HDFC chart, and you can see here that the entire move, okay, the entire move in HDFC has now given away, right? You can see here a nice drop here. The entire bullish momentum has given away, and you can see here that the RSI has also broken the neutral zone. So what is happening here is that the entire momentum is given away. So now Friday's low is very important, all right? And when you check the Friday's low, it's around 2697. So if this 2690 level is broken, which I showed you as the cluster zone, then you could see it all the way travel towards 2660, beyond which the fall could escalate. So we are at a very important point as far as HDFC is concerned. And if this could accelerate, then you will see more weakness coming into the market. Now, let us go and check the other one, which is your HDFC Bank. You can see here that in HDFC Bank, unlike HDFC, this has already gone into a sell mode. HDFC has already gone into a sell mode, and HDFC Bank has already gone to this HDFC Bank. The dial is of HDFC Bank. And when you go and take a look at the kind of scores that are coming in, you can see here that compared to HDFC, the HDFC Bank is not having that much of weightage yet as far as the momentum is concerned. So this is much more weaker. So you will see a possible reaction in HDFC Bank as well. And you can see here, there are no kind of signals emerging here. There are short signals emerging in HDFC on intraday and on multi-day. So now when you want to consider what are the levels which we can target, right? You've already seen that currently, again in HDFC Bank, we will go and take a look at what is happening on the intraday and the multi-day. You can see here that currently the HDFC Bank is trading below the pivot, right? And when you want to target some kind of a cluster zone, so you can see that there is an important cluster zone emerging at around 1620 to 1625. So around 1618 to 1625, you are getting a very good cluster zone in HDFC. So this is a very important zone which is emerging, and if that were to prevail, right, if that were to prevail, then we can see a recovery in HDFC Bank. Otherwise, you could see a very strong drop. Now the question is, a strong drop up to which level? Now let us find out what are the cluster zones which we can target. So as far as the cluster zones are concerned, you can see here that there is a very good cluster zone here. So 1590 to 1598, okay, that becomes your next demand zone. 1590 to 1598 is your very good demand zone. This is your demand zone which you can target in HDFC Bank. Why? Because at this zone you are having a nice set of cluster across time frame, intraday, multi-day and positional, right? When you take a look at the charts, you can see here with a steady upward traction is now starting to give up, and if this were to continue, you can see here that the RSI has already given up and it is starting to slip lower. So yes, the reaction towards the neutral zone is very much possible, and you can see here a nice long body bearish candle, and if there is a follow through even from the overseas market to the downside, then you can see that this decline could go down further. So yes, the overall scenario is definitely bearish, and between HDFC Bank and HDFC Bank seems to be the weaker one, and if the HDFC Bank starts reacting downwards, then you could definitely have a very negative impact on Bank Nifty. Alright, so with that, I come to an end of the twin analysis of HDFC and HDFC Bank. If you liked what I shared and if you understood what you heard, do give a like to this video and also comment on what is your take on HDFC and HDFC Bank, and whether do you have any positions, and how can you understand this analysis and help yourself trade the market better. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a good day. Stay safe.